Yeah. So as we move on for the NBA, we have LeBron, we have Carmelo, we have Dwayne Wade, we have Bosh. It's all been a hectic couple of weeks, but it's finally settled down. You had Bosh signed back with the Heat, if I'm correct.
Yes.
And you had Wade, and you have Carmelo signed back with the Knicks for that max contract.
Yep.
But it's definitely going to be an interesting year. You have no more big three. You have no more of that the power trio. But now you have LeBron going back to Cleveland, a place where he was hated for leaving. He had letters saying that we hope you never succeed again. But now he's seemed to forget about that, and he's back where he started his career.
Yep.
But the big story, him and Manziel, totally different sports, totally different people. Yet they're gonna help each other out in ways you can never understand because of the cash flow in the market. You have two big guys. Manziel is the #1 guy in the NFL for team sales for shirts. LeBron, he will be. I guarantee you. In the next couple of weeks, he'll be selling like no tomorrow. But how does this impact them together, LeBron, Manziel, and impact the team, the state of mind for Cleveland in that area?
Well, I guarantee you Cleveland's more happy than they ever have been. I mean, there is no quarterback in the history of the Browns organization that has drawn an audience, that has drawn sales like Johnny Manziel. I mean, I don't know if you realized, but right after Johnny Manziel was drafted, within an hour, they sold over 2,000 season tickets, all because of the name Manziel. And Johnny Manziel may not even start. You know, the head coach of the Browns did come out in a press conference and say they were going to determine who their quarterback will be during the third preseason game, whether it's Brian Hoyer or Johnny Manziel. I think that Cleveland is rocking right now.
All right, and especially with that, it's definitely going to be key to see what teams will really pop out of nowhere, what teams will be the contenders this year. I don't think the Knicks stand much of a chance. Yes, they got Carmelo back, but Amari Stoudemire, he'll play great if he's healthy. So that's going to be something for the Knicks to watch out for. You have the Heat. Who knows what will happen? They lost LeBron, but they definitely got some players, new guys in the roster. And the team that should be to watch, Cleveland. LeBron, when he left, no one on the team except for him. He was the team. He was the Andre Johnson
for sure.
of the Texans. He is now their team. But now you have guys who you never even heard of 5 years ago who are all-stars. You have guys that will be able to help LeBron win titles and will take the pressure off him. So I think the Cleveland Cavaliers will be the team to be this year. They will be the major contenders aside from the Heat finally.
And I can guarantee you LeBron James will not be carrying Kyrie Irving. You know, we talked just like you said that they have players now. Cleveland is not LeBron's team. I guarantee you Kyrie Irving will be able to assist LeBron, and I think the Cleveland Cavaliers will do just fine this year.
All right, so that's about it for the NBA. Next week we'll have maybe some more developments and trades and free agencies. But now we're going to go to our final wrap-up. We got, Zach, I want to let you get this one. This is your area of expertise. You got Charles signing with Kansas City. Tell us about that.
I'm glad you realized that football is my area of expertise, me being the coach and all. But Jamal Charles did sign a new 2-year deal with the Kansas City Chiefs, and no surprise there. Jamal Charles was on the bubble last year, but Jamal Charles proved once again why he is a top running back. He rushed for so many yards. I think he was over 1,000. I want to say he was over 1,000. Don't quote me on that. He signed, I believe it was for $48 million for 2 years, so he's making $20 million a year. I mean, hello, who's complaining there? Sidney Rice then retired. He announced he retired. He was the #2 receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. I'm shocked.
So can you give me some insight of why this happened? I mean, he's such a young guy. I mean, if he's #2, it's not like he was getting any action. But why the sudden decision? Why do you think this happened? I mean, it's definitely uncommon for a guy in today's atmosphere of a professional athlete. You don't want to try and give it up too early. I mean, you still got a lot of years ahead of you. Can you explain that to me?
Injuries. I definitely think that you can quote me on this for 100% fact. Sidney Rice has never made it through an entire season. He's always been hurt. He's always had problems. I guarantee you every year fantasy owners have had him. They've had to drop him or put him on an IR slot due to injury. You know, I do not believe that Sidney Rice retired for any other reason other than injuries. The Seattle Seahawks were getting ready to re-sign him, give him money, so there's nothing else that could pop through my mind other than injuries.
All right, well, that's about it for today. Thank you for coming and joining us at the Easy Sports Show presented by Top Sports Media. We thank once again our founder and producer and analyst, Andrew Weiss, for joining us today. Next to me, Zach Cooper. It's been a pleasure today for our first show.
Absolutely.
And I'm Evan Abramson, and please join us next time. You can comment on the Facebook page, Twitter, like us on Facebook, But just give us comments, give us stuff to talk about. We want to know what you want to hear. And we will be here next week. Thank you for coming. And that's it.